UFM Avon Park.
Saturday, July 24th, it's the Born to Ride Great American Moto Fest at the Boss Hogg Ranch, Plant City. Presented by Rubenstein Law, 1-800-FL-LEGAL. The return of the motorcycle rodeo, sled pulls, and so much more. Rooster's Rod Shops, Thunderstruck Rod and Truck Show, Budweiser Chopper Show. All bikes welcome. Roscoe's famous outhouse drags, swap meet, misfit mini bike races, bike games, ice cold Budweiser, food truck rally, TV taping, live radio remotes, live music concerts, Randy Stevens tribute to Stevie Ray Vaughan, Tommy Rock's band tribute to Southern Rock. Win a free cruise for two on the High Seas Rally. Win free tires from B Rubber and Metal Sport Wheels. Vendors call Mama Dukes. Special thanks to our sponsors. Only $5 admission. Proceeds to benefit the Florida Sheriff's Youth Ranches. Saturday, July 24th, the Born to Ride Great American Moto Fest.
This is Boss Hogg Radio, home of Born to Ride Radio.
I was born to live, live to ride, ride to live. I was born to ride. American built, we forever unite. And that's the deal. I was born to ride.
This is Boss Hogg Radio, home of Born to Ride Radio.
Born to Ride is sponsored in part by Rubenstein Law, 1-800-FL-LEGAL, representing riders since 1988. Offices throughout Florida, 1-800-FL-LEGAL.
Everyone was right, I was born to ride.
Born to Ride is a multimedia marketing and promotional machine with TV, magazines, streaming radio, and internet advertising opportunities. There are tens of thousands of motorcycles. We reach the people who ride them. Born to Ride. Find out more at borntoride.com.
This is Boss Hogg Radio, home of Born to Ride Radio. You can join the motorcycle enthusiast conversation by calling 863-225-2000.
Welcome to another Thursday edition of Born to Ride Radio on the Boss Hogg Radio Network. I'm Fester Jenkins.
Hi, guys. Mama Dukes.
Rob Spollinger, R&R Cycles.
And, of course, the infamous Ron Galletti.
It's good to be here, guys. Another Thursday. We're getting closer, though, right, Mama Dix?
23
right,
days.
Fester?
23.
That's how I'm looking at it now. It's the countdown.
Yeah, it's the countdown.
I got at least 2 more days to screw around, then I got to really get busy.
Yeah.
Okay. Speaking, we got Rob in the house today, the rodeo main guy, man, putting it all together.
Rodeo Wrangler, right?
Yeah, the field
Rodeo
boss.
cowboy, field boss.
Yeah, that just sounds right. What? Boss Hogg Radio.
What's new, Rob? Fill us in. What's going on?
Well, we're going with the Top Cowboy contest, which at first we weren't going to do that. But it's going to be for street bikes. You got to have a street tire, and there's going to be 4 classes. You're going to 4 races for the Top Cowboy. So you have to sled pull, you'll have to do the barrel race, the keg push, and the slow race, and that'll all be done on the dirt track. So that's for the Top Cowboy. So we'll take the top 3 guys and 1, 2, 3, and We got prizes for him from Dave Nichols and some of his friends.
Yep, the industry's coming around. We're getting it together. Matter of fact, Dave's probably going to be called. Is Dave on the line?
Yes, Dave is on the line. Let's bring him on.
All right.
Dave, you're there.
Yeah, I want to do the cheese toss.
I want some cheesecake.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah. Can we do the cheese toss where you throw an entire wheel of cheese from a running motorcycle?
Yes, we can.
You know what I like is that you guys pretty much, you'll go for anything, won't you?
Well, we can set it up. I mean, we just need to get a wheel of cheese.
Yeah.
And we need to find some big girls because it's heavy. But we got some tire toss games with some small tires that we can do.
Oh, yeah.
So, yep.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, matter
I
of
like
fact,
that.
Birdman Mike might be showing up tonight. He's going to talk about the bike games a little more.
Yeah, Birdman Mike's going to do the games on the asphalt. Also the sled pulls for Roscoe because that's going to be on the asphalt. But so we'll have events for you for street bike guys that don't want to get in the dirt, and that'll be like the weenie bike contest, the balloon toss, the tennis ball game, and wheel of cheese. Something I'm not sure.
Whatever Dave Nichols wants, we'll figure it out.
I got some guys on the field. We can set it up fast.
Okay, cool. You know what else is because Spike and Mike will be there. You get extra points if the bird craps on you. Yeah.
Well, I'm losing that contest.
Okay.
I already got too much on my shoulder. That's a pirate joke. Come on. How are you going to get shit on by a parrot unless he's on your shoulder?
So Dave, you saw the new magazine today. You saw the new issue, July issue of Born to Ride, out on the 1st.
On the 1st, and what a beautiful magazine it is, man. I'll tell you what, if people would just go to borntoride.com and take a walk through that magazine, I guarantee you're going to want to throw your leg over your bike and go on down to Plant City for MotoFest, because that magazine is nonstop back-to-back MotoFest madness.
Yeah, we know how to promote, man. I mean, I figured if we have the media, why not use it to promote an event that we're doing? And so many good people are involved with it. And, that's one thing about Born to Ride is I think we utilize the media in a proper way, to get the most out of it, And like last month, we were on the cover of MotoFest already. So this month, we're just carrying that on. And it's building, David. It's building up. And that's like a 10-page feature on MotoFest. So it's really awesome to see the people that are involved putting in the passion to bring old school stuff back again, right, Rob? What kind of feedback are you getting from your people?
Well, I've already got some phone calls from California for some guys that want to fly out just to be here for the event also.
Really?
Yeah, and the guys up north, I haven't talked to them recently because they just had the pulls up there, but it was the Bike Fest or whatever it is for New York.
Oh, the Rendezvous.
The Rendezvous, yeah. So a bunch of my friends were up there pulling, so I haven't talked to them since then, but we'll put it out there, and they already know about it if they wanted to come. But they, it all comes back down to, they're 1,500 miles away.
Yeah.
So
but I mean, locally, the feedback has been really good from the real bikers, old school bikers, and the new riders, too, that what's going to happen here.
Yeah, that's why we're doing the Top Cowboy contest, because when we first started talking, I didn't have that many people interested. And the other night at the bar, I had at least 10 people looking at me asking, how do you do this? How do you do that? So I got at least 10 guys at the Mojos or whatever it is over in Lakeland, and they want to come out and play. So that's why we're going with the Top Cowboy contest. So now you got a chance to win something, but you also got to win in the 4 contests.
Yeah, they have to participate.
They have to participate in all 4 of them. And then the other games on Spike's side of the fence, because that's the asphalt side, then we'll put up some prize money or something like that for the the weenie bike contest and tire toss, all that good stuff.
Yeah, we have some really cool stuff. TC Brothers sent us a box of cool stuff.
Yeah, I've worked with them guys
Lowbrow
before.
Customs, like Paco's like Dave talked about last week. Paco, we got
Mondo,
Mondo from Denver's Choppers.
And the tire company. What was the tire company?
Yeah,
name?
Metal Sport Wheels, the V-Rubber tires. Dave, have you got any information out of Mondo what he might be sending us?
No, because I talked to him yesterday, and he was literally loading up his truck to go to Hollister. Because he puts a big 4th of July bike show on, a big chopper show at Hollister every year.
That's a big event.
So
Really
but I don't know. I know what it'll be, but knowing him, we'll be very pleased.
What was the deal with some old gas tanks hanging out in the back of the Paco warehouse? What was that story?
Oh, that's coming. They're sending those, right?
Well, we're hoping so.
Yeah. Yeah, and they were also talking about maybe a frame. I mean, I don't know. The beauty of these guys is, the thing you love about them is they really are bikers. So you might get this, you might get that. You don't know.
Yeah.
And that's what we like. We like dealing with that, man. We can't thank you enough for those great connections. And in the studio just now, talking about bike games, talking about the Birdman and Spike himself are in the house.
Hey, what's up?
Hey.
There it is.
Spike, want to say hi? Not a big microphone, bird, are you? Yeah. Don't talk kind of there.
Tequila. The amazing Spike is in the house. And, Dave, what a beautiful parrot.
Parrot.
Yeah, Spike, she's a very well-fed blue and gold macaw. There you go. She's climbing on her shoulder.
And so what, Spike, is he fired up about this MotoFest? I think he is.
It's hard to say. She doesn't say that much until she gets around the keyboard. Right? Yeah. But she is looking forward to seeing a lot more friends out again. That's for sure.
A colorful crowd.
Yes. Yeah. She has quite a following that love to ride and ride with her. So it's been a while. But we look forward to seeing a lot of our familiar and older friends' faces and a lot of new ones here coming up in, 3 weeks?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's coming up.
Coming up, man. It's right around the corner.
3 weeks away from Saturday.
That is coming up right here at the Boss Hog Ranch, man. Mike, what kind of feedback have you been getting?
People have been asking me, where's this place at? What's going on? I said, just Google it. You'll find it. It's out here.
It's easy to find, right, Pastor?
Yeah, once you get out.
Yeah. I mean, 1 mile north of Interstate 4, exit 21, the North Alexander Street exit, just right halfway between Lakeland and Tampa there. And as far as roosters, they talked about it. The thing they loved was it's halfway between Clearwater and Orlando.
Yeah.
So we're expecting a lot of rods, from both the Bay Area and the Orlando side there. So it's going to be if you want to see motors and wheels, this will be the place to be, no doubt.
Tell us a little bit about the grounds. How many acres do you guys have here?
There's about 35 acres worth of property here that it houses a Wednesday flea market. It is the Florida's largest Wednesday flea market. But other than that, most of the grounds is just
waiting for
underutilized, waiting for something to happen. Yeah,
well, you got pavilions out here. You have great landscaping. There's shade, great parking. There's fencing. There's gates. It's set up perfect. And it is how many people come through the flea market on Wednesdays?
I would imagine on an average Wednesday, you've probably got 4, 5, 6,000 people that come through the flea market then.
I mean, that's what we're talking about, people. This is a real deal place, the Boss Hog Ranch. And then on the other side, you even have the farmer's market that supplies almost all of Florida with produce.
Yep. It's 7 days a week Florida farmer's market. Produce comes in from all over the country. It feeds a lot of your smaller chain supermarkets, your restaurants.
Everybody.
I mean, it's just, you'd be amazed. I mean, just how many restaurants from Orlando, Jacksonville, Miami that will be in here 3 and 4 times a week just picking up supplies for the restaurants. It's. Yep.
I know you told me that one vendor alone does over $1 million in sales.
Oh, good grief! Yes, I mean there's one vendor over there that produce-wise that does more than 10 million annual sales of just produce, and that's just one out of hundreds over there.
And that's coming out of right here in this place, right here in Plant City, supporting the whole community and the whole state. I mean, it's pretty incredible. So that's why we're so excited to unleash this first event. And I know you guys did the Cannabis Fest, was a big success. Mama Duke's You guys did a great job.
The Sunday show was excellent. There was a lot of people here.
Oh,
yeah.
That was a great time. Everybody's happy, too.
Yeah, well, we were elsewhere. And,
you missed it, Mike.
no, I didn't miss it. We were at the other event. At the one that Tommy Rocks played at.
Oh, okay.
God, I can't think of the name of the bar.
Professor, wait, I want to ask you. Tell us real quick about the radio station. You guys won an award for a special reason because this radio station is like #1. Tell us.
Well, this is a radio station that's only about 3 years in the making, and the boss bought his first radio license about 3 years ago, and since then it's grown to 5 stations that are a network, and the signal can be covered from South Ocala down to Lake Placid down there in the Highlands County area, right through the middle of Central Florida. And last year, the listeners and the readers of Polk County, theledger.com, voted us out of the 5 contestants. We were the only AM radio station. All the others were FM, and we beat them out best of 2020.
That's awesome.
And quality work.
Looking forward to trying to do it again this year.
And if you go up I-4, if you go up 75, you've seen the billboards, man. The Boss Hogg radio station. You guys don't mess around, and the boss is the boss. He makes things happen, and we're excited to be a part of this. Robert, are you going to bring the horsepower or what? Come on, tell me.
We got 3 big ones coming. We just looked at one this morning. We popped Ray's apart. He's got a 115-inch Evolution engine that Squeezer's working on, and everything's getting ready to go back together on it. So it'll be ready to fire up in a couple of days. My engine that's going in with my one trike they're all good. I got to put a transmission in one trike, but it'll go good and easy. And I lost out on a bike this morning, a pedaler, a 3-wheeler for the pedal pullers. And anyway, I've got one already, and I'll have 2 more. So the kids got something to sit on and pedal and pull a weight transfer sled, just like the bikes will be doing.
Just like the big boys.
Well, Squeezer came in the office yesterday telling us that he's bringing hot rods, trike pullers, and choppers. So he is ready to go. It's great. Ray Kaysen and those guys are all excited now, too. This whole crew is coming. I mean, it's bringing back a lot of old school bikers coming to do something fun.
The Tampa area, there's a lot of us. I moved down here for the weather. But when I moved down here, I didn't realize that almost all of the racers that used to be in the New York, Long Island area all moved into St. Pete, Pinellas Park. That's why some of the fastest motorcycles in the world come out of this area. But then again, I moved down here because of the machine shop and the weather.
Yeah, man.
So it's going to be great, man.
We had someone on the line?
We've got a caller that's coming in. Hello, caller. You're on the air.
Hi, not to stroke our own egos or anything, but we beat out multi-billion-dollar massive corporations with a whole bunch of radio stations, despite us playing music on AM. And personally, I know you guys have been with us for a while, but I'm absolutely thrilled that you guys are along for the ride, because if anything is like outlaw attitude and anything is outsider, it's us. So we fit that biker attitude.
Wait, who is this?
This is Jimmy Backrow from over in Lakeland. Yep.
Oh, what's up, Jimmy? Thanks for calling in today, man.
Hey, no problem, man. Never mind that. Thank you for joining up with us and teaming up with us, man. That means the world. You know what I mean? It's a privilege and an honor to have you cats aboard.
Well, it's a first-class organization here at Boss Hogg. First-class people, and to me, relationships are built from people and being real about it. So, when are you on the air?
Just one thing, brother. I mean, hey,
hold on. When are you on the air?
First class, please, man. That ain't it.
Well, that's what I say. When is your show on the air? And what show is it?
Right on. It's an attitude. It's about being an outsider and what that can bring to the people. So, we actually did manage to make this thing happen despite all the odds, you dig? And so, I mean, forgive me once again for going on an ego trip, but I love this place more than any radio station I've been at, and I've been at a whole bunch of them for about 30 years now.
Jimmy's been a long-time radio air personality, and he covers the 1330 WWAB out of Lakeland afternoon.
Oh, okay.
He calls his the traffic jam.
Awesome, man.
By the way, any kind of event or anything else you guys got going on, poker run, so on and so forth, please get a hold of me and let me know what's going on so I can get that information out over the air.
Absolutely.
Sure. Well, we'll hope to see you at MotoFest too, man.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be an absolute blast for sure.
Come out and
All right,
cut some
brothers, look, man,
promo.
don't let me take up any more of your airtime. I just wanted to ego stroke a little bit and say thank you, because I never have officially been able to say, thanks for coming aboard and being with us, man. It means the world to us, all right?
Well, thanks a lot. Call in and give us an update anytime.
Appreciate it,
No
Jimmy.
problem, brother.
Traffic
Later.
jam.
Okay.
Sometimes you got to ring your own bell.
Oh, yeah. Well, Jimmy's definitely a part of the organization here. And if you ever get a chance, I mean, you talk about old school. We actually refer to Jimmy as our own Wolfman Jack.
Okay, that's good. And you have Wolfman Jack on it.
And we have Wolfman Jack syndicated on the radio station, but we've got our own crazy man, and that's Jimmy Backrow.
That's cool.
We got fit the description. Fill it in.
Now, looks like Joe the Welder walked into the studio here. Welcome this evening there, Joe.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
I'm just here for moral support.
Okay.
I didn't see him because he's wearing camouflage pants.
FTW in the house, man. FTW Custom. Joe, good to see you. We appreciate everything you're doing to help make this event happen, man. It's really good. We got Spike in the studio and Mike. Mama Dukes is here. We got Rob from R&R. We got a heck of a show. Someone's on the line, too. Okay. Hello. On the line, we have Chris. Chris, are you there?
Hey, I'm here, guys. How you doing? It's Chris Guy from Rubenstein Law.
Oh, Chris, thank you so much for calling in. We really appreciate it. And how are you
Thanks for
doing
having
tonight? How are you doing tonight?
Man, I'm just trying to stay dry, but I'm doing good.
That's awesome. Now, Rubenstein Law, that's not a small law firm. Why don't you tell us a little bit about it?
I can give you some fun facts about Rubenstein Law. We're Florida's personal injury law firm. Been around over 3 decades, since 1988. Goodness, we've recovered over $1 billion. That's with a B.
Wow.
For our clients, and we handle all injury cases, and we handle motorcycle accidents, trucking accidents, slip and falls, wrongful death, traumatic brain injuries, even some of the dangerous drugs and defective products like the I'm sure you've seen on TV the earplug cases or the talc powder, as well as medical malpractice. So we want to make sure these victims and families that lost a loved one get taken care of.
Yeah, it's very important. And speaking of the size and the power of Rubenstein Law, how many offices do you have around the state?
Right now, if I'm not mistaken, because I know we just added, we have 13 offices throughout the state. And I'm talking about ranging from Daytona Beach and Jacksonville all the way down to Miami and Fort Myers. Plus, we've got a mobile office that's a fully functioning office. It's like a short, like a mini bus, basically, and it goes everywhere throughout the state where our clients can't go to our offices, and it has the capabilities of being a full-blown office. And all these offices combined, I'd say we probably have, I think we're 54. We have 50 attorneys, 50-plus attorneys, if not 55, and we're just shy of 400 staff, all working 7 days a week for our clients.
And how many employees overall? You got a lot of people behind Rubenstein Law.
Yeah, no, I'd just say just shy about 400. Over 50 attorneys, just shy of 400.
That's what I thought, but I wanted to reemphasize that.
No,
plus
you're
the
on the same
maintenance
page
staff.
there.
Come on.
Now, you guys are committed to not only, the consumers or the people who need your help, but you have a whole motorcycle division. What that says to me and our listeners, listen up, people. What that says to us is that you guys have a commitment not only to law, but to motorcycle riders as well.
That's right. It's, personally, I lost a close college friend of mine in a motorcycle accident in Pinellas County, right in downtown St. Pete. And I know we've seen what these motorcycle cases involve, and they're traumatic injuries, if not the loss of a life. And it's not only the motorcyclists, but it's the community and the motorists at large, because we want to make sure these motorists on the roads of Florida are aware of bikers throughout the state of Florida, make sure everyone's riding responsibility, be safe. And sometimes I'll tell you what, there's just sometimes a negative impression or tone if you're not a motorcycle, because a lot of the majority of the public may think, oh, these motorcyclists they drive fast, they're wild drivers, and that's not the case. You need to be aware of motorcyclists. You need to be driving safe and proper at all times to avoid these accidents, and just trying to spread awareness, educate all drivers.
For sure. How important is it for a motorcyclist or even a car, a driver, owner, to have uninsured motorists? I mean, I heard that when you're at a stoplight, 1 in 4 people around you don't have insurance. Is it more than that, or how important is it, Chris?
It's just on a scale of 1 to 10, probably about 83. That's how important it is, because Florida, and a lot of people don't notice, and it's not their fault, because they just trust their insurance agents or what they see, and they think, hey, I'm in an accident, I'm going to get taken care of from the party that's at fault, and that's not true. Florida's one of the last remaining 2 states not to require bodily injury coverage, and that's basically the type of insurance that takes care of you if you're hurt because of someone else's fault. And that's not required in the state of Florida. It's literally a crapshoot. You're gambling when you're on the road. It's the wild, wild west of the modern day. So if you're checking your insurance, check your insurance. I'm telling you, check it tonight, check it tomorrow, check it this weekend. Please be safe. If you don't have uninsured motorists, purchase that uninsured motorist. That way you have it. You're protected, because you can't depend on other people on the road.
Can they reach out to maybe one of your offices if they're listening anywhere around here to find out what's best?
Absolutely. Anytime. 7 days a week, we're open. You can always call us. Call me. You can call. Don't forget, it's just 1-800-FL-LEGAL. By all means, it's Rubenstein Law, 1-800-FL-LEGAL. We don't charge our clients anything. Call us, get consulted, and of course, we don't charge you unless we get you money.
You know, we've seen the billboards all over the state. It shows the power of Rubenstein, but it also shows your commitment, because you're not just out there saying injury, injury, injury. You're out there wanting to support, like the biker community. What the motorcycle division is doing is it's supporting the biker community. It's magnifying the great and fun things. They're out there getting together with the people and the bikers, and you know, some great people out there riding motorcycles, and when we need help, we really need help. So who should they call? What's that number again?
It's again, like you said, we're there to support and fight for all those in the communities and the motorcycles here. It's 1-800-FL-LEGAL. Definitely, I know Born to Ride Media does a phenomenal part themselves. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys at the Great American Moto Fest coming up, I believe, in just short 3 weeks at the end of this month, July 24th.
That's right, and that's presented by Rubenstein Law, and we're so happy and honored that you guys are a partner with us, not only in media, but you know, doing more in the community as well. It's so important. So tell us a little about your Tampa office. How can you help people? You know, if they need something, how can they? You know, why should they call you?
Listen, I've been at the firm myself 7 years, doing nothing but personal injury, and I'm in Tampa, St. Pete, and Fort Myers. I can tell you that I am part of the motorcycle division with the majority of our attorneys, and we understand the complex nature of motorcycle accidents. They're not just your typical car accidents. There's a lot more involved. We have the proper education, expertise, and just the manpower to fight these cases against the insurance companies. And these cases, I've resolved these cases in 6 figures to multi-millions. And we make sure that the victims get taken care of if it takes us all the way to trial.
And you have trial attorneys at that, right?
That's absolutely board certified, and we work together as a team, because these insurance companies, they've got multiple attorneys working on the cases, as do we. So we've got the full firm behind it, regardless of where the office is. I just resolved one not too long ago, a few months ago, in Central Florida for $4 million. So we know what we're doing. You can trust us. Just call us anytime. If you even have questions, you don't know if you have a case or not, whatever it may be, you want some tips of motorcycle safety, riding tips, or just even gear tips that are safe, 1-800-FL-LEGAL.
Chris, before we go to break, I want to take a moment and just give you a little heads up. One of our weekend DJs that is here at Boss Hogg Radio, part of the Born to Ride, Charlie Brown had a accident, had to lay the bike down. Gentleman merging over, gentleman, lady, we don't know. The windows were tinted, but merged over into his lane to get off. So anyway, he was telling me this morning whenever he came into the studio for a little while, he's got a broken collarbone and just trying to recover. But he said that the people at Rubenstein were just absolutely fantastic and marvelous, and I feel like I'm really being taken care of. And those were his words this morning that he was sharing with us.
We didn't even know that. That's
Wanted
awesome.
you to hear that, Chris.
Chris, how does it make you feel? I mean, that's a consumer who's giving you total props to the firm.
That that's what we do it for. The settlements, the verdicts, those are just numbers on the board, and obviously some sort of civil justice. But that right there makes it all worthwhile. That's we're in the industry to serve people, serve victims, serve clients. So that's what we're doing from a legal standpoint.
Awesome.
Well, we've got to take a moment and pay a bill or two, and we'll be right back with more of Born to Ride Radio.
Hang on, Chris. We want one more. We're going to ask you another question when we come back from break.
Sounds great.
On the ride.
Joe, you want to step up?
No?
Just anyway.
When we go back at it,
Yeah, we're doing it.
Check out the all-new BornToRide.com with radio, TV, industry, adventure, events, magazine, social media, and much more. It's the all-new BornToRide.com.
Hi, I'm attorney Robert Rubenstein, and this is Rubenstein's Rules for Personal Injury. Rule number 1. Get an attorney. When you or a loved one have been injured by another's negligence, an experienced attorney can make a huge difference. At Rubenstein Law, we will find all of the insurance, make sure your injuries are documented, and work to get you the best result. While each case is different, a well-known insurance company's own study showed people with a lawyer on average got more money. Call Rubenstein Law at 1-800-FL-LEGAL.
Find us on Facebook, Born to Ride TV and magazine, the ultimate multimedia biker experience.
You can join the motorcycle enthusiast conversation at 863-225-2000. Now, here's more of your hosts, Fester Jenkins and Mama Dukes on Born to Ride Radio.
That's right, folks. We're back in the studio here. I'm Fester Jenkins. We've got Mike and Spike across from me. We've got Rob from R&R.
Hello.
Ron Galetti's in the studio here. We've got Chris from Rubenstein Law, Dave Nichols on the line also, and, of course, Joe the Welder from FTW here. So let's see if we can bring them back here. Chris, are you there?
I'm there. That was some great music, guys.
Okay. And Dave, are you still there?
I am here. Bye-bye.
Oh, okay.
Dave, Chris, I wanted to explain, if you didn't know, our editor of the magazine is Dave Nichols. 23 years he was the editor of Easy Riders magazine, a national publication, international actually. So Dave has been around a long time. He's got a great Rolodex. But Dave also sees the industry in a way that relationships are so important. And I wanted Dave to just elaborate just how important it is for the relationship of Rubenstein Law and Born to Ride in the state of Florida and what we can do together to take it even to another level.
Well, let me just say, let me sum it all up by just saying that Rubenstein Law jumped on when Ron and Deb Galetti came up with this idea called Think Motorcycle, to make sure everybody out there pays proper attention to motorcycles on the road, but it's much more than that. It's also about people that are thinking about maybe buying a bike. It's for people who are in cages out there driving around in their cars to think motorcycles. It's every single way that you can think of motorcycle. And Rubenstein Law said, yeah, we want to be involved and get some get some real notice out there, because too many people end up, getting hit by a car. I didn't see the motorcyclists. We've all heard the same thing over and over again through the years. And it's just so great that Rubenstein Law is part of the Born to Ride family. And I can't thank you guys enough. I mean, it's a big deal.
Yeah,
Dave, I think you nailed it. I couldn't agree more, and we're definitely more than happy to be a part of it for the greater good, and to just continue the awareness, to educate everyone, and to prevent, the bad things that we've seen throughout the years.
That's awesome.
Yep, absolutely.
So, Chris, maybe we could start coming in once in a while and come up with some Rubenstein Law tips of the week or safety tips. We'll talk with the marketing department and get with you guys.
Sure.
Maybe feature different guys every week or girls.
You can get with Aretha Franklin for some respect.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
What you're trying to do to me, think.
One other thing about Rubenstein, it's a powerful company, but not only for men attorneys, there's a lot of women making moves in this industry and with Rubenstein Law, and also a big bilingual firm as well.
Yeah, we've got such a diverse firm, from attorneys to staff. I think that from a country standpoint, I think we're over 24. Languages range from Polish, Russian, Spanish, Portuguese, Haitian Creole. I would say more than half of our attorneys, including our CEO, Nicole Armstrong, Robert Rubenstein's daughter, more than half are female attorneys. So it's a significant powerhouse. Like I said, I've been here over 7 years, became partner 2.5 years ago. Just a tremendous firm that really, at the end of the day, it matters. It really matters how you handle a client's case and what the end results are, because I know you see those beautiful red, white, and blue 1-800-FL-LEGAL billboards, but I'll tell you, word of mouth is everything.
Sure is. And one thing on the billboards it says is you're open on weekends. That means 24/7, 365, doesn't it?
That's it. It's nonstop, where we have offices are open. We have staff working, attorneys working, 7 days a week. That's what it's not just a cliche saying, but it is 7 days a week we're open.
That's awesome. And you guys are involved in community events all over the place. And of course, we're involved in a lot of motorcycle events, but to me, it's all about people and their stories, because we're really storytellers. Once again, What's your message to the biker community?
Bikers, be careful out there. Make sure you call us for any questions regarding motorcycle safety, insurance questions, any sort of accidents. Just don't forget to call us. It's 1-800-FL-LEGAL. I'm Chris Guy with Rubenstein Law. And, of course, we don't charge our clients anything unless you get money. And like you just said, we're open 7 days a week. So don't hesitate to call. Please be careful. I know the holiday's coming up. America's Great, July 4th, our Independence Day. We all know who's going to be on the road. Just make sure you're careful. You can never be too careful. It's always the other person. So be careful this weekend. Have a great time. And obviously, God bless the USA.
Well, thank you so much, Chris. We're proud to be a part of your team and part of the family. And thank you for everything. And let's do more. We're looking forward to meeting you at MotoFest. Have a great 4th of July. And all the best to you and your family.
Perfect. I'll see you guys at MotoFest. I'm going to bring some community folks here from Pasco County out there to Plant City, and I like the idea about the weekly motorcycle safety tips. So
awesome.
You guys have a great night. Thanks for having me.
All right. Think motorcycle.
Thanks so much, Chris.
Right.
Have a great evening.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, man. That was important, guys. A lot of people might say, oh, that was just commercialized BS, but it's really not, because I've had so many people call me and say, man, I got in an accident. My friend just passed away in a wreck, and there was nothing we could do for him. And unfortunately, if you don't have the proper insurance, there's not a lot the attorneys can do for you. But so, if anything, man, get the proper insurance.
Well, it's just like you were talking, and Debbie brought this up that she had learned from Rubenstein a few weeks back. You know, I mean, when 1 out of 4 of the drivers around you are uninsured, that's a daggum scary fault there.
You know how you can tell who they are?
Okay.
When a cop pulls up in the middle of the intersection, turns the lights on, and the guy gets out of the car, takes off running.
Okay.
That's who that is.
Yeah, it's bad because if they hit you, it's not good. So anyway, Rubenstein Law, and we really appreciate what they're doing. Appreciate Chris taking the time today to call in and be a part of the show. But he was talking about Moto Fest. Got Welder Joe the Welder here from FTW Customs. Rob, Mike, you guys are part of this powerhouse of performance and the bike games and the rodeo.
Yep.
So fill us in a little bit more. Let's get some interaction between you and Mike about this machismo about bike games and the fun times it's going to have here.
Well, Mike's going to run I'm going to run the stuff on the dirt. Mike's going to run the stuff on the asphalt. So we're going to have the top cowboy competition, which is all going to be out in the dirt. But then we're also going to have the same competition on the asphalt, like the slow race, because the guy doesn't have to get out in the dirt to do a slow race. But also like the balloon toss, the tennis ball deal.
Yeah, it's like old school.
Anything you want to add is there.
And if you're,
add it.
I've been with Born to Ride for many years, and we used to do bike nights all over, and that was usually the highlight, man. People could get involved in the games, and they always had fun. They came out, man, we come out to events, and we want to play the games. Bringing back some of the old school games. A weenie bite where you actually get the choice of mustard or mayonnaise. Yeah.
Wow, that's a new one on me.
Ketchup's going to be I don't know about ketchup. Mustard or mayonnaise.
Now, Mike, but I've watched you do the games, and man, you just get immersed in it. It's like you're so passionate, but there's that gleam in your eye that you're kind of like the ultimate performer out there as a ringmaster, and so how does it make you feel being, controlling the bike games? And it's like the taskmaster having fun.
Yeah, it's all about like, man, it's like an out-of-body experience almost, where I step back and I see myself going, yeah, come on, and people are like, me? I'm like, yeah, you, come on, let's have some fun. You did this before. Oh, yeah. Or my couple of friends are like, man, Mike, we used to have so much fun at your bike nights. We never wanted to leave the place. It was always fun.
Yeah.
So how important is it to get people to get off their butts, get off their seats, and get involved in this bike games or the rodeo?
Well,
I'm
for
going
one,
to you next, Rob.
I figured to devise a way that everybody that's involved in the game is going to get a prize from me. Personally.
Okay.
So,
there's some stuff there.
Yeah, and we figured out some other stuff, but it's all about just getting off and doing something different when you go to an event. You go to all these events and there's a band.
They stand around.
There's a bike show. There's cars. This, you can actually use your own bike or something else, part of the equipment here, and get involved with an event and say, man, I had such fun at this event. I did this and I did that. More than
I got off the couch.
Yeah. I got off my bike and I did something.
Well, you know what we're trying to...
I got my bike in here. We were riding around and my girl did this, or my friend, he beat me in that. I want to beat him again next time. And so there's a big competition and a challenge between groups and riding friends.
So if you had to tell people right now what they need to do to get out here, what would you tell them?
Well, I'd say you better start practicing riding your bike nice and slow and have someone on the back that knows how to catch a balloon.
Toss a balloon.
Yeah, catch a balloon or eat a weenie.
You got to bite it. You can't pull it.
That's right.
Oh, that's funny.
So he'll be the asphalt boss, and I'll be the field boss because he's going to be running everything on the asphalt side of the fence. And our two tracks are right next to each other. So we got the sled pulls on one side and the tire race, the barrel race, the keg push, that'll be on the dirt. And then, but also between, we're not going to just have everybody standing around. We'll be running back and forth where Mike will run through a couple of people on the weenie bike where we're setting up for the next pull. So you don't have to stand there and, nothing to do. All you got to do is turn around to the other side of the track and there's something happening.
Right. It's going to be like a back and forth. It's going to be it's almost like, when you go to a concert, there's two stages. The band here, the band there. Band here, there's always, wow, here, it's going here, going there. So
I'm looking forward to it.
It's going to be a very exciting day.
Yeah, what about those misfit mini bike guys you're going to be? They're full of mayhem, man. Did you hear them a couple weeks ago?
Yeah, he's ready to tear it up.
Man, they're calling out people, man.
Yeah, it's going to be a real good race, too.
And then Roscoe's is bringing out
Roscoe's bringing out Outhouse, and you'll be running.
Outhouse drag racing.
You'll be taking care of that, too, out on the asphalt, because that's on the solid pavement.
Man, I'll tell you what, Fester, we're going to have some fun.
That certainly sounds like it.
And then I know Mama Dix is here somewhere, but she was telling us about the food trucks and And it's almost going to be like a smorgasbord of food trucks, like a food rally, man. They're calling every day. More and more people are wanting to get involved.
What about them beer vendors?
The beer vendors.
Yeah. Usually my call is always, I didn't come here for the beer, I came here for the race. But I'm coming for both at this event.
Okay.
Matter of fact, we're talking with Pep and Distributing. They're really helping out. The banners are up. Fester look great.
Banners are up.
The property. I mean, we're really showing them that it's coming.
We also
looking about a beer. Yeah, the swap meet. I mean, this weekend is Webster. You guys are going there to talk to some more people. And
Rick Thompson, and I call him Carburetor Rick. He's been around forever. Another guy, 35 years, whatever, here in the area. And Brian Miles, everybody knows him as Slim. And if you've been up to the Webster swap meet, those are the guys that are underneath they're in the number one spot underneath the tree. But these guys are going to be here with a bunch of their friends and everything. So there'll be a lot of stuff out here. And the car guys and people got all kinds of stuff coming to the swap meet. So it's going to be a real nice event. If you got something to sell, bring it on out because these guys will tell you what it's worth. It's like having the American Pickers, go through your crap.
Yeah, and speaking of that, Rob, this Sunday on the show, we're breaking it down one more time of you at the swap meet.
Yeah.
Showing your knowledge because, man, I'll tell you what, you're like an encyclopedia. This guy is like an encyclopedia times 10 on these parts. You were blowing away those old timers with your knowledge, man, and that was the coolest thing. That was so real TV. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's life. I started really young. So, I know a lot of that stuff. When I was younger, hanging out with guys, I was like, how the hell do you know that? It's like, I started when I was 12. I didn't wait till I was 21. I broke a lot of stuff early.
He'd pull this part out of this thing and this one over here, and they just look like old parts. And he'd exactly talk about what it is and the differences and all this. Dave, you saw that stuff, right? There's something in on this, Dave Nichols.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I'll tell you what, if there's anyone listening who has not been to a motorcycle rodeo and seen what goes on, you really got to go. You really got to go check this out. This is not like any motorcycle run or rally or poker ride or anything else you've ever seen. I mean, it's not just about replacing horses with motorcycles. There is some wacky, zany stuff that goes on.
It's a blast.
And Rob happens to be, a wizard when it comes to putting this stuff together. I mean, he's been building special sled pullers for little kids and stuff. They're like pedal pushers.
Pedal pullers.
He's been pedal pullers. Yeah, he's been building like bar stool racers and all kinds of crazy stuff. He's probably got the a V8 powered margarita
mixer.
I got a phone call off from my buddy Pat. He's got a V8 bar stool that runs. You got to run away from it though.
But Dave, what about? I mean, what really blows me away is Rob's knowledge at the swap meet. In the TV show that we showed just Tuesday night, we featured some of the swap meet, and for him to have all that knowledge is pretty incredible.
It really is. We were talking about it on the TV show. We were talking about how Rob is one of those guys, with an eidetic memory. He can look at this twisted, tiny piece of metal, and he'll say to you, see this right here? This came off of a Linkert carburetor that they only made in 1962. This particular way that this is bent this way, they stopped doing that the next year. And you go, how do you remember this stuff, man? Because, I used to be kind of like that, but not like Rob. Rob knows every frickin' thing, And so wait till you see. It's so fun to watch him go through the swap meet and just pick up stuff and going, because nobody else knows what it is. And he's going, oh.
We used to call it, what is it? We'd walk up to a table and somebody pointed something, what is it? And you'd have to tell them what the hell it was. And I knocked them out of the ballpark when I said, that's a bracket for a 1979 XLCH, and it only goes on from the left-hand side of the rear cylinder. And some guy looks at me and says, how the hell do you know that? I said, because I had to work on that junk.
One of the coolest parts.
I started early. I started 1975 fixing bikes.
One of the coolest parts is I'll be filming it, and we're going through this production stuff. We're running and gunning, of course. We're making it happen at the swap meet. So I said, Rob, and I go, Rob, how much is that thing? He goes, "Oh, this is probably about $100." So then we talked to the old timer that owns everything, and after he talks to him, he goes, "So what's the charge on this?" He goes, "About $100." I mean, he was right on the money like 5 times in a row, man.
We got some. We had 3 bikes showed up: a knucklehead, a flathead, and the panhead. So it was really cool to have 3 bikes, hardtails, all Springer front ends, and got the guys out there. Did a little interview with them, and a couple of them started their bikes up. And Brian Miles Slim, he had I think it was a 38 or a 39. UL that he just got out of the country. It looked terrible, but he fired it up on the back of the trailer. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. And we got him to do it.
Yeah, we got him to do it.
He actually did it twice because the first time I didn't have the camera on. I go, "Can you do it one more time?"
And it started real easy the first kick.
I go, "Don't worry, we'll just show it the kick you do it."
So we got to pull that film out of our. That'd be great. Yeah.
But one other thing I wanted to say is, it's really cool just to come on to like a swap meet and just immerse yourself into it, but relate to the people, because if anything, that's what Born to Ride's about, is the people, man. Mike and Spike, I mean, people love what Mike does. They love Spike. And some things have happened to the bird a few times. The people came together to try to get that bird back no matter what, right, Mike?
Something happened. Yeah, she was stolen off my scooter on Main Street in Daytona 6 years ago.
And the news
went worldwide.
The news, I mean, it went viral.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable, the support and the love for this man and what Mike stands for. The love of and his friend Spike there.
He's a part of our town.
Yeah, I mean,
she had more friends than I'll ever have.
Yeah.
And I've been stolen off the bike. Yeah, it's this Mike. He'll find his way home. No. But they're talking about you.
But Rob, coming on to a swap meet and just relating to the people and how cool they are. I mean, they just appreciate being at a swap meet is so real. I mean, these are guys who know what they're doing. They're trying to get rid of stuff, but they're always buying too. Joe's into that too.
There's so much knowledge going back and forth. Because if a guy buys a bike and he doesn't know a whole lot about it, and he goes to swap meet, starts asking questions, then he can get an education out there. It's real easy, So you just come on out and start asking questions, start hanging out and buying the parts you need, and that's how most guys get hooked by building their own custom bikes and stuff like that.
Yeah, and Joe, you're in the middle of some builds right now. You're doing a lot of things around the shop, getting ready. You got to talk into the mic though.
More things than I'm busier than I want to be right now, but you know what? It's summertime and the living's easy, man. We got a lot of good friends, a lot of good people around, a lot of good functions going on this summer. It's going to be a great summer, but swap meets, that's my thing, man.
Yeah. And what about MotoFest, man? It's coming up quick. You're a big part of that. I mean, how important is it to get everybody out here?
Oh, it's so important because we got to show people what we got to offer. You know what I mean? And there's so much to offer. It's not just the motorcycle. It's not Sons of Arthritis. It's not stuff like that. It's real people that ride motorcycles, that have families, that go to work every day to support their motorcycle habits. They're not free. They're not cheap,
That's why you got to go to work.
Yeah. When I was young, I started out, building rat bikes because that's all I could afford.
Right.
Pieces and parts, and made them work, and they looked good, and they ran,
And you were at Thunder Bay today, and those guys are excited, right, Thunder Bay, Ray?
Forget it. They're bringing 2 trailers full of parts. They're bringing a bunch of old bikes, knuckleheads, flatties. They're bringing panheads.
We're hoping to get Chad Bullander out here also with some of his stuff.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, because he's part of Sons of Speed and them guys.
Yep.
I wanted to offer him a racetrack, but it wasn't going to work out because there's too many people there.
Yeah.
So, but it'd be great to have them come out for the show.
Oh, and they're motorcycle people, man.
Oh yeah, I think they're going to be at the Brandon Road Davidson this weekend.
Yeah, we've got Donnie on the line that wants to join.
Oh,
Okay.
Hold on.
Okay.
Donnie Huffman is called in, the legendary Donnie Huffman. He must be calling out Rob again because he's probably wanting to do that barrel race or something.
He's dying to do the barrel
people
race.
People are calling out Donnie. Put him on the line. Let's talk to Donnie Huffman. Donnie,
you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Welcome to the show. You got Mike and Spike.
I'm going to leave Rob alone.
Okay.
Get your bike out here, Donnie. Show him how to do that barrel race, man.
Hey, hold on, people. On the line. On the line, Donnie Huffman.
My beef is with Ronnie.
Oh. What is that beef?
With Ronnie.
Okay, what?
How many times have you been offered to come out to Dad's museum
and film. And you have yet been out here.
I've never had the official invite from Mr. Huffman or you.
You haven't?
No.
All right, Rob.
Yes.
Rob, step in.
Well, I told him a while back. No, I should say. Ronnie asked me a while.
There you go.
Ronnie asked me a while back. He said, "Can I come out there and film some stuff?" And I said, "There's no reason to, because he already had most of the antique Harley stuff on film." But yeah, he can come on out. The four-stroke museum, Donnie. Yeah, you should come out and do a shoot.
We'd like to,
because there's a lot of antique bikes there in the antique museum. It's an incredible museum that the Huffman family has.
Hey, Rob, it is not a two-stroke museum.
I said four-stroke this time.
Yeah.
And I'm even going to say it's in Lakeland, Florida. Yeah, you got to come out.
Yeah,
we'll do it.
Well, Donnie,
there's a lot of Harley two-strokes in there.
Donnie, I was, your dad is one of the real deal dealers in Florida and probably America. One that raced on the beach and was a real deal motorcycle guy and dealership. And hell, he still rides. I know he does it. And Don Huffman's a legend. And Donnie, I don't want to say it, but you're a legend too, because you have more race wins than I think anybody in the world. And you'll ride anything and reel it down the street.
26 or 27 national champions.
But wait, I was talking to an old timer somewhere like in Georgia. I was talking to an old timer somewhere in Georgia or the Carolinas. They said, you know what? Back in the day, I remember going to that dealership in Lakeland, and his son was a little guy out front jumping ramps. I go, yeah, that's Donnie Huffman.
That shop got started in 1971 with the Harley dealer when his dad finally bought the dealership, but he'd worked in the same location for quite a few years before that. So 1971 is when Don Huffman bought the Harley Davidson dealership in Tampa.
Yeah, I mean,
so it's been around for a long time.
A legend.
Yeah, everybody knows. And he's still riding. He goes out riding all the time.
Generations too there. Dave Nichols, you got anything, man? We're coming up to the end of the show already. Damn it.
I tell you, it goes fast, doesn't it, guys?
Oh, yeah.
We didn't talk about the High Seas Rally. They're giving away a free trip at MotoFest. One other thing, breaking news, is Salty RV. Really Salty RV is coming, and they're going to bring some RVs, and they're giving away a 55-inch TV that day. So someone's going to win a cruise, a TV at MotoFest.
Do I get a chance to win?
Got a lot. If you sign up, anybody can sign up for that.
You know what? I'm not going to because my win is free.
You can't win if you're not here and you don't sign up.
That's right. Joe, you got anything? Talking to the mic.
Yeah. Hey, Dave, how are you, buddy? Missed you.
Are you
going to come out to MotorFest? Or do I have to go get you to go to MotorFest?
Let me, you have to carry me out there.
We need to find a motel for him.
I guess that's no problem. Where do you want to stay?
There you go. Hey, and don't forget Cartel Bagger's going to be there too, Ronnie.
Yeah, Cartel Baggers are coming in from Miami and Fort Lauderdale. Mike, anything from you, man, in closing today?
Yeah, I just look forward to seeing a lot of friends and a lot of people have been talking about Spike and not seen her in a while, so it's going to be a good day to get out and, see all the friends.
Right on.
Yeah.
You talking about me.
Fester,
I got
man.
one phrase for you.
What's that?
You must be present to win.
Absolutely.
Right, let's go.
100%.
I heard they were going to put a bounty. Anybody that could beat Donnie Huffman gets $500.
In the barrel race?
Whoa.
Yeah, right.
Fester, any closing words, man? What a show. Boss Hog Ranch is happening, brother.
Absolutely. Yes, sirree. Well, we want to appreciate Dave calling in. We want to appreciate Donnie calling in at the back. And, of course, Rubenstein Law, Chris, making a presence there.
That was awesome.
Like having Mike and Spike in the studio.
Woohoo.
Okay.
A little warm up there. Joe the Welder.
Yep, Joe the Welder.
And Rob from R&R.
R&R, absolutely. Okay, thanks, guys. And Dave, any last words?
Be safe out there. Everybody go to MotorFest.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thanks, Dave.
Ride fast, take chances.
One last thing in the magazine this month, we tribute Jan Downing from Tampa Bay Twin.
That's great.
There's a real inspiring woman in business and motorcycle and drag racing. So check that out. Dale, her husband, and a good friend of theirs gave us a story, and they brought it to our attention. I said, I'd love to do this, and it's really a touching story. So check. Yep, Tampa V Twin, a mainstay in Tampa Bay.
Out today. Yep, no doubt. As always, we're going to finish it with keep it in between the ditches, be safe, think motorcycles, and until next Thursday evening, Born to Ride.
Born to ride.
Get well, Jim. Get well, Charlie Brown.
Is your thing? We're there. We're everywhere. Follow us at #Born to Ride Motorcycle Media, your #1 motorcycle resource.
Yeah, I have to say, Born to Ride has been a big influence on my trailer sales in the last 2 or 3 months. It's been nothing but a big surprise. I mean, the magazine articles, everything in the commercials, it's been nothing but the best of help to me in my business.
Is your business becoming invisible? Create a great advertising relationship today with Born to Ride. Call 888-795-5779.
This is the Boss Hogg Radio Network. 1170 AM WKFL Bushnell. 1330 AM WWAB Lakeland Plant City. 1360 AM WHNR Cypress Gardens Winter Haven. And 1390 AM and 107.5 FM WAVP and W298BU FM Avon Palm.